everyone, welcome to Bingo Learning. My name is Eva and today we're going to be looking at Read Aloud, one of the task types from the PTE speaking exam. So, the first thing we're going to be doing in our preparation time, which will vary depending on the length and difficulty of the text in question, is look through and see if there are any words that we're unfamiliar with or don't know how to pronounce. We want to stretch those out nice and slowly into individual syllables. If you're unaware of what a syllable is, you can go back and look at the first video where I talk you through all of the terminology I'm going to be using today. Okay, so it seems to me as though there's quite a lot of difficult or unfamiliar terminology being used here. So let's first go through and underline those in red. Cockpit is a compound word. Okay, relatively easy to pronounce, but maybe one that you haven't seen before. Generated, 4-syllable word with emphasis on the first syllable there. This word you have almost definitely never seen before. It's pronounced hydraulic, hydraulic, hydraulic. So the emphasis is on the second syllable of the three there. We also have this word here, hydrofoil, hydrofoil. This is a very interesting word in that the emphasis is both on the first and the final syllable here. Effectively is the final one I want us to walk through slowly here. Effectively. So the emphasis is on the second syllable there. Now let's go through and see where our pauses are going to be. The first thing we want to do is find all the punctuation marks and put our little pause marks in there. So when I say punctuation marks, I want us to be looking for commas, full stops, hyphens, colons, and semicolons. So we only have commas and full stops here. However, these won't be the only pauses that we take when we're reading this text aloud today. We also need to separate the clauses and take mini pauses in between those as well. So if you want to learn how to separate the clauses, there are a few tips and tricks that we can go through, but those are something that we'll be going through more in class time rather than in these short videos today. So I'm just going to put them in for you for now. At the end of this year, we will launch the Cup class boats. So these will be about twice the power. The sailors are down in the cockpits, unlike today. A lot of power is being generated by these 4 grinders that are providing hydraulic power, and that energy is being used to control the flying surface, the hydrofoil, and is also being used to control the wing and the flaps, effectively the engine of what we have. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do before we start reading is look at which words here we want to be emphasizing. At the end of this year, because it's relating to a period in time, we will launch the Cup class boats. That's the subject of what we're speaking about here, so we must emphasize it. So these will be about twice, because it's relating to measurement, the power. The sailors, because it's referring to the group of people, are down in the cockpits, unlike today. A lot of power is being generated by these 4 grinders that are providing hydraulic power, and that energy is being used to control the flying surface, the hydrofoil, and is also being used to control the wing and the flaps, effectively the engine of what we have. Now we're ready to read aloud. At the end of this year, we will launch the Cup class boats. So these will be about twice the power. The sailors are down in the cockpits, unlike today. a lot of power is being generated by these 4 grinders that are providing hydraulic power, and that energy is being used to control the flying surface, the hydrofoil, and is also being used to control the wing and the flaps, effectively the engine of what we have. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all next time.